All day long, I do this. I get to write Tyler's name, in the letter. And I get to think about Tyler. And I get to tell the people how much they mean to me.
Almost immediately after Max died, I would wake up, and it was early, it was before the sun came up, and I would come down to my laptop and just everything in my head I would put into here.
I don't know, maybe it's my way of still being with him, right? Keeping him alive is our promise, his memory alive.
There's nothing that prepared me to do a story like this. And I knew that from the moment I read that Tyler had died.
Hello.
There he is.
Ivan. How are you, buddy? Good to see you. Give me a hug. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming.
I was taught to keep myself out of the story, and this story just demanded that I get in it. When I read last January that Washington State quarterback Tyler Hilinski ended his life, my stomach flipped, and not just for the obvious reason. Tyler was a college junior, 21 years old, the second of 3 children, hundreds of miles away from home. Almost 3 years earlier, my son Max ended his life. He was a college junior, 21 years old, the second of 3 children, hundreds of miles away from home. We're all in the club that nobody wants to join.
Yes, sir.
Right. And they should still be with us.
Yeah.
Right.
I remembered people calling me after Max died and how much their experience helped me. And I finally thought, maybe this will help them, or maybe it'll help somebody who sees this. And that's when I reached out to Mark.
I had never talked to anybody in my spot. And I read Max's story.
My feeling when I heard about Tyler was, I think, the disbelief that anyone would have that a young guy like this that seemed to have so much going for him would have been that low that this was his only way out. You'll never understand why they did it. And all you can do is try to pick up the pieces of what's left of your life.
Our Tyler was the one who didn't want to cause pain, who didn't like chaos, who was our peacemaker and wanted to make sure everybody was happy. And this was from the time he was a little guy up until, before he passed. I'm not 100% sure that he even realized that what he was doing was going to cause us, terrible pain. And I struggle with thinking about that. I struggle with everything, really.
And if he did, you can go down the what ifs all day, but if he did, how long did he struggle with this every day?
People are so reluctant to discuss suicide, and they're so reluctant to talk about mental health and anything above a whisper. There is a bond there between parents whose children end their lives. There's so much you don't have to explain, and there's so much You don't have to worry about how people are going to respond to you.
I love that kid so much, right? And we had such a good relationship. And he was his buddy, and he was my buddy, and he was his brother's buddy. And I know he loved me. I don't have a lot of guilt. What I have is sadness that he's gone.
There won't be any new pictures, you know, and there won't be any new events. And our lives were calendared by, you know, at least in the fall, by games, and in the spring by practices. And knowing there's nothing you can do that day that's going to change this. And that makes for long, difficult days.
Sometimes I get up early in the morning and I sit on my computer and I send out my emails, and I turn to the right and I look down the hallway, and I swear I think I see him standing right there. And he's like, you know, his little head tilted and a little smile. And I just say, really, really, Ty? Really? And then I just go, I would have saved you, big boy.
You have to have faith that time is going to help. And if you catch yourself having a good hour, that's okay. And if you catch yourself having a good day, that's okay. And if you want to know if it's ever going to end, well, the answer is no, it's never going to end. But if you want to know if you've made progress, think about where you were the first week. Think about where you were the first month. And where are you now?